Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. Yesterday we heard the news when I was in the chat room about the attack in the mosque in Canada, and for sure we are against any violence for anyone, not only for Christians or Jews. For sure we don't want anyone to get hurt, and Muslims are no exception. They are the same. They are human beings like us, and we hate to see anyone harming anyone. But the video today I'm making because of the stupid media and the false media and even false president and prime ministers. You see, right away when the attack happened, they start posting in their news that this is happening because of President Trump. He did ban the Muslims from coming. And not only this, the liberals in Canada, as we see here, a Canadian federal liberal, let me highlight it for you so you can see it. I hope it's clear. He tweeted, his name is Greg. This is an act of terrorism, the result of hate speech against Muslims, etc., etc., etc. So this is an act of terrorism, the result of a hate speech against Muslims. And yesterday when they informed me about this attack, I said immediately, I assure you this is a terrorist attack done by Muslims. You can go to my video yesterday. At the end of the video we have a spanking to a Muslim, Abdul, who came to our chat room. We showed him Allah in the middle of the day. You can watch our little funny debate. And when they mentioned that to me, I said immediately it must be an attack happened by Muslims. And guess what? All the news, they say that this has happened because of a Trump. Yahoo News, a terrorist on Muslims, a terrorist attack on Muslims, on the mosque. All the news, with no exception, terrorist attack on Muslims. They want to make suddenly the Muslim became a victims. And guess what? I was right. It was a terrorist attack on Muslims done by Muslims. The attackers are from Morocco and they are Muslims. And they are attacking a Muslim. I am assuming that this center maybe is an Ahmadiyya or something like this. Or maybe it's a Shia center. It is something like that. This is how Muslims, they kill each other. So why you are lying saying to us an attack on the Muslims? This is not an attack on the Muslims. How come when a filthy boy, he attacked a church and he killed, I think 9 or 10 or 11 black Christians, nobody says an attack on the Christian. They say attack on black. They forgot that they are Christians. And here it is an attack on the Muslims. Why? Because they want to switch and they want to accuse Trump that because of him, he is the one who created hate speeches. And guess what? Even the ban list of a Trump, which is, they are making so huge noise about it, it's not even his list. It is made by Obama many years ago. How come they did not complain when Obama, he made this watch list? You see, the filthy liberals, they were upset from George Bush when he made a profiling system. But the fact, the one who signed it and make it as a law, it was Obama, not George Bush. He made the profiling. He profiled. Go and read the news, you idiot. And Trump, he took what Obama already established, which is watch list for 7 Muslim countries. And you filthy idiot, Trump, he did not ban the Muslims. As an example, there's a 300 million Muslims in Indonesia. They can come anytime if they have visa. He did not even ban Saudi Arabia when he should ban Saudi Arabia. He did not ban Emirat, Qatar, Bahrain. He did not ban 95% of the Muslims countries. So how this can be banned on the Muslims, you filthy creatures? He banned only countries who have war and they can play with the identity. Just yesterday I saw the news that the Syrian embassy in Germany is giving, imagine the Syrian embassy, this is not a scumbag who he's working, he making fake passport. No, the Syrian embassy is giving fake passport to whoever pay, because now it is the time to support the Syrians. So everybody want to be a Syrian. Someone coming from Somalia, he claimed to be a Syrian. Someone is coming from Kosovo, he claimed to be a Syrian. Someone is coming from China, he claimed, this will be funny, a Chinese, but he is Syrian. Everybody want to get a Syrian passport because everybody is opening the doors for the Syrian. So Trump is saying how we can trust even those people are even Syrian. How we can trust that they are not Al-Qaeda, they are not ISIS. We have to study carefully. And as you see, here we go, the stupid Canadian, they are welcoming them to their country. You are lucky that those 3 attackers who have machine guns, they did not attack a market in the Christmas day as they did in Germany. Germany or Holland, I forgot where. You are lucky. And that's mean that the terrorists are all over, because to have 3 attacking in the same time, this is a huge number. This is not an individual. And the 3 are Muslims attacking a Muslim who don't agree with them. So what they will do if it's a Christian or a Jew or it's a gay, or for sure, by the way, the Muslims in the West, they will not attack too much those liberals, because the liberals are their best tool to help them to attack everything right. This is why you see the stupid liberals, they are holding a woman picture wearing hijab. The flag became a hijab when the hijab is nothing but a shame for the women in the Middle East. It is something the women, they are enforced to wear it. If a woman in Saudi Arabia walk without hijab, she will be beaten and she will be arrested. They might wear it in USA as a fashion, those stupid liberals, to support the Muslims. But go and ask yourself, if Islam is religion of a freedom, how come we don't have it in the Middle East? I grew up all my life in the Middle East. We cannot say a word there except what Allah He say. You cannot even eat what you like to eat. You cannot even dress what you like to dress. You cannot even listen to what you like to listen. All Muslims are terrorists, and I confirm that, and I can prove it very easy. The proof is, how many atheists there is in Kuwait? 0. How many atheists there is in Emirat? 0. How many atheists there is in Saudi Arabia? 0. Iran? 0. Syria? 0. Iraq? 0. Afghanistan? 0. Pakistan? 0. How come? Because this is terrorist countries. There is no way there's no atheist. The whole country is a believer? The whole country is a believers? Not even one atheist. Forget, I don't want them to be Christians. I don't want them to be Jewish. I don't want them to be Hindus. The whole countries don't have even one atheist. When they ask Ahmadinejad, the scumbag, the ex-president of Iran, about killing gays, he said we don't have gays in Iran. They are terrorists, my friends. The government themselves are terrorists, because the government, they are following Islam, and Muhammad himself is a terrorist. Muhammad, he said in the hadith, I was victorious from a distance of a month by terror. The Muslim here, they are using a translation of a frighten the enemy, but the fact, it doesn't say frighten, it says terror. It's more terrorizing. As you see it in Arabic, it says nusrutu burrab. So terror is a lifestyle in Islam to promote Islam and to conquer. It is not really just to bring victory of war. It is to bring to bring victory of Islam and make you subdue to Islam. This is why Muhammad, he even allowed torture, and people, they will say to you, ISIS is not Islam. Well, no, Islam should not. Islam does not say go and behead people and cut their hands and cut their feet. Liars and stupid. The Quran in front of you, chapter 5, verse number 33. This is what Muhammad taught: to cut hands, to cut fingers, to cut necks, to cut feet. They put you in the cross and they start torturing you and cutting you pieces one by one. And this is Quran. Are they going to say to me now Allah is not a Muslim? Are they going to say Quran is not the book of Muslims? This is the Muslim translation. For me, I do not need to translate, by the way. I speak Arabic. Islam is religion of terror. Muhammad, he said clearly in many verses in the Quran that terror is the way of Islam to be accomplished. Chapter 3, verse number 151, as you see in the front of your eyes. We shall cast terror in the heart of those who disbelieve. So terrorism is the core belief of it, the core belief of Islam. It is not something made by ISIS, as those people they try to fool you with. You know, and when we speak about cutting hands and cutting feet, did you hear what they said about Trump? He said that we should practice fake drowning. People get complain and so upset. Well, those Muslims, they cut hands. They cut fingers. They are the same as the gang. How come you don't speak against that? And this is the Quran. I want to see one of those scumbag liberals. He launched an attack exposing Islam about cutting hands and cutting feet. Go right now and search in YouTube. Saudi Arabia beheading, stoning to death, cutting hands. It's exactly what ISIS do. So why you are against ISIS but you are against Saudi Arabia? Coward liars. If both of them they do the same action, they kill gays, they kill lesbian, they stone women, and they cut hands and they cut fingers, and they do beheading and they crucify people. So why you are against ISIS? The real enemy is Saudi Arabia. Actually, all the scumbag teaching of Islam is coming from the head of the snake, Saudi Arabia and Qatar. So I made this video just to show you how this media trying to manipulate the information and the news and the truth, and they blame Trump for everything, the same as the Muslim they blame the Jews for everything. Muhammad, he said, Muhammad, he blamed two things for everything bad in this earth. He said, if not Eve, no woman will betray her husband, and if no Jews, no food will decay. So Muhammad, he claimed that even the food is damaged, not because we have bacteria in the air. The bacteria here are the Jews. And there is no woman betray her husband if Eve herself, she was not a whore. So Muhammad, he accused every woman today who betray her husband as if she is a whore. Why? Because according to stupid Muhammad, Eve, she betrayed her husband Adam, but the fact she did not. Both of them they commit sin, and both of them they made a wrong decision. But Muhammad, for him, he is accusing the women for everything wrong. This is why Muhammad, he says women, they are half a brain and half religion, and most of them they will go to hellfire. When they ask him why we want to go to hellfire, he said, isn't it the Quran says that you have one of you is two of you equal to one witness, and you have your period? A prophet of God saying that women, they will go to heaven, to hell, sorry, because they have a period? What kind of a prophet this prophet is? Huh? So my friend, the attack happened as we see it in front of us in the news. It happened because, I'm showing you the reference here, by the way, so those who, you see, because of your ministration, you cannot pray the same as the rest of the Muslims, so you will go to hell. And because you are half witness, you have deficiency. This is what Muhammad, he teach those Muslims in about women. This is why Islam should be banned from USA and from the West, not Muslims. Muslims are the victims of Islam, and because of that they became terrorists. This is why we see two beautiful Moroccan who believe in Allah, who worship Muhammad, who pray 5 times a day, attacking a mosque and slaughtering as many as they can, because simply this is what Islam teach. The Quran teach that. Someone of you, he might say to you, where you get this is from? It is in the Quran. It is says clearly that one of you, if one of the Muslims group became unjust, the other group can attack it. Alright? So this is how it is. The time is almost up. Alright? The funny, each time I try to make my video short, it ends to be very long. This is the verse 49:9. If two group of you they fight, try to fix it between them, and if the one of them is became unjust, you kill them. Fight those who do wrong. So the Muslim today, if they agree, any group can accuse the other Muslim group to be wrong. This is why you see ISIS killing Al-Qaeda and Al-Qaeda killing ISIS, but all of them they are terrorists. How come? And they are Muslim Sunni, because the Quran teach that clearly, that if you disagree with them and you think they are unjust, kill them. And that is Islam. I hope you like my video. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a like and share it with your friend. Christ is Lord, Islam is false. Ameen.